Hello everybody, welcome to Mining Now. We are coming to you with Robert Kibel. He's the CEO and co-founder of MEGA-Drain Corporation, and he is live from Odessa, Texas, where I've been told that the weather is quite toasty. Robert, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on Mining Now. How are you doing?
Roy, I'm doing great. Thank you very, very much for asking.
Excellent. Let's just jump into MEGA-Drain Corp, and if you could give the audience an overview, what is it that you're offering to the mining sector with this product?
Well, thank you for asking. So what MEGA-Drain Corporation is offering is a new approach to management of the water life cycle and how that dramatically affects not only CapEx budgets, but OpEx budgets, along with good stewardship of the environment. That's been our focus since we opened the company.
Okay, excellent. And so your product is, you're in doing the reading, it's specifically for, especially like specifically to mining?
So we actually approach it from two different angles. So the balance of our work is focusing on the water management through the actual production stream. So whether it's through open pit mining, dredging, flotation, tremendous amount of water is needed and consumed in the processing of ore. It's during that process that there's also tremendous process impediments that come into play. Some mine materials need to be rotary dried, killed, etc. And so we find that to be a process solution that we can offer to our mining clients. There's tremendous cost in managing high moisture content, as in the example of frac sand. And that's primarily where this design actually originated from and where we're evolving through and then onto other mining applications.
Okay, so and looking at this, so it looks like your basically your solution, it allows for water recovery, correct?
It is rapid water recovery, and we do it on a passive nature, meaning we don't use pumps or motors in our recovery methodology. We use head pressure and gravity. And so it's by that application that we're able to reduce the operational costs, energy consumption, as far as our rapid recovery apparatus. And what our approach is a matter of processing the material as it's being produced. And so it's a pressless dry stack solution. You're probably familiar with mechanical filter presses. Well, we are the antithesis of that. So mechanical filter presses are high CapEx, high OpEx, and are limited on the amount of moisture recovery. We, on the other hand, have the ability to bring a pressless dry stack solution.
So when there's a great photo here. So essentially, when you get this water, when you do this process, of course, the water then can potentially be reused as well. So it's like a win-win on both sides.
It is. Great point. Great observation. That's exactly what we're doing. Because water actually has recoverable locations in a mining process, having the relationship with EnviroCon Systems is tremendous, because what we're talking about doing is having the ability to recover the water on the front end and also in the tailings, but that allows us for the constructability for geomembrane lined ponds, the actual institution of evaporative floating covers, which would mitigate evaporation, aviary restrictions, even safety from a slip, trip, and fall perspective, right? And so having these impoundments and actually constructing these impoundments during the initial plant build can also be a great way to generate your upfront surge of water that you're going to need, because most of these projects have to have some form of water balance. And what we do is that we look at the entire life cycle of water going through a mine operation, and that's how we're able to capture and bring that value back to the client.
Let's talk about our heavy industry tour brought to you by Savannah Equipment, supplying mining equipment worldwide. We are heading to events across North America, Africa, and Australia and filming episodes on location. Email us at info@crownsman.com to be part of Crownsman's Heavy Industry World Tour. SafeSite has developed a suite of innovative technologies focused on step-change improvements that impacts vertical mining, shaft measurement, underground mapping and survey, mine rescue, and emergency response underground. SafeSite solutions introduce new possibilities in approach and efficiency while keeping every site safer. SafeSite solutions deliver valuable data that can quickly be turned into actionable decision data that allows effective and safe operation. Digital guide alignment will reduce shaft maintenance costs, underground mapping drone technology that removes shadows for 100% accurate reconciliation, and mine rescue drones that extend the reach and range of responders on surface and underground. Visit safesitexp.com for more info. Created and designed by industry leaders with decades of frontline experience, Sophie is a platform that brings workers home every day. Give your workforce the communication tools they need on the job to do it safely and productively. Visit Sophie.com today to discover how you can leverage Sophie to increase efficiencies, mitigate risk, and optimize collaboration. Safer, smarter, Sophie. HF Sinclair, which includes the Petro-Canada Lubricants brand, is a proud sponsor of the show. Petro-Canada Lubricants products and services are proven to maximize equipment performance, productivity, and overall savings. From heavy-duty engine oils to hydraulic fluids, ATFs, gear oils, and greases, Petro-Canada Lubricants is committed to delivering innovative solutions that deliver value and keep businesses moving. They have dedicated technical expertise, knowledge, and know-how to help customers in the mining industry operate smoothly with improved equipment reliability and performance, and help support mining operations' ESG goals. Learn more at lubricants.petro-canada.com or contact them at 1-866-335-3369 to arrange a call with one of their technical experts.
Okay, and maybe if you could touch on as well, because so there's MEGA-Drain, and maybe if you could get into the relationship with EnviroCon and how that's helping that process for getting more for these systems onto market.
So thank you for asking about that. So our relationship with EnviroCon is fantastic in the fact that EnviroCon has been in business for over 28 years. They're a known industry expert in their craft of geosynthetics and installation thereof. And so one of the key components of what our process offers is sound and qualified installation measures. And so why not better provide that with companies that are in the industry like EnviroCon that we know are a tremendous asset to our total solution package.
Okay, so they're actually going in and they can do the installations for these systems then. That's the setup.
That is correct. So MEGA-Drain, we are the creators of the solution. So what we are empowering is our relationship with EnviroCon to go to market, sell, and also self-install our technology. And the reason why we wanted to go that approach is because why try to start a brand new company and build all of the blocks from ground one when we have such long established relationships like with the ownership at EnviroCon? It just makes it more plug and play. We've got the expertise, we've got the quality, we've got the safety, and that's a tremendous boost, not only for us as a corporation, but also for EnviroCon and how we actually go to market and bring this solution to the mining industry.
And is EnviroCon doing work throughout the USA for this product? Oh, and do you also, kind of a follow-up at the same time, do you have, like with mining operations around the world, are they doing it across the world, or how does that distribution look like?
So our distribution model is set up via licensees. And so EnviroCon's territory is the 13 states centrally located in the lower 48. And so we have other licensees for strategic areas, right? And that's the great thing about how we've got this modeled, is that we're building on the strengths of each team member.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The maybe an interesting part to cover too is the if you have case studies or like any like standout projects where you kind of walk through the process of how that was set up, that'd be a great way to showcase the ability of the product as well.
So how about we talk about a case study we recently did for a dredging and sand operation in Shreveport, Louisiana. This was a dredging operation that actually harvested frac sand out of a water body, river next to the property. And what we were able to bring to the client was tremendous value. And that is, you're dredging the actual ore out of the river. It then goes through a primary washing where the heavy clays and organics are then removed. And then it gets placed into a whip, which is considered a work in progress. So it's a stationary moment after washing before it goes on to the next step of processing, which goes into a rotary dryer. Well, what's been realized over the last 5 years is that that step becomes a huge impediment in the amount of production per day because that high moisture content has taken 5 to 7, maybe 10 days to get down to the moisture content that's really prime for rotary dryers to operate most efficiently. So we have developed that system to be able to decant in 12 to 15 hours versus 5 to 7 days.
Orica Digital Solutions seamlessly connects customers' physical and digital worlds so they can readily understand and optimize operations at every step of the value chain, from exploration to processing. Whether deployed individually or as a whole, Orica Digital Solutions technologies deliver intelligence for open-cut and underground mines to make more precise and faster decisions. With a complete, timely, and accurate picture, operations can adapt to improve safety, drive productivity, reduce costs, and environmental impacts. To learn more about Orica Digital Solutions, visit orica.com/digital solutions today. North Isle's mission is to be Canada's leading sustainable resource company and is on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol NCX. North Isle owns the North Island Project, the most developable copper-gold project in Canada. The North Island Project has compelling project economics, is near infrastructure, has tremendous exploration upside, and has leading-edge Indigenous engagement and support from all levels of government. 2023 could be the biggest year yet. Learn more by visiting northisle.ca or by calling them at 778-638-2515 or emailing them at info@northisle.ca. Studs and helmets use cutting-edge head protection components used previously only in extreme sports helmets, now utilized in both of Studson's Type 2 models. The SHK1 and SHK1 full brim models are the most innovative helmets on any job site. Offering a revolutionary combination of Koroyd and Twice-Me technologies, this Studson full brim helmet is the first of its kind in the Type 2 category, providing you with the protection and comfort you need to get the job done. Saving lives one helmet at a time. Studson, where safety meets innovation. You can visit them at studson.com to learn more.
So that's speeding that up so then it can go through that dryer process so then it, like the frac sand, is then usable. Is that correct?
It is. So what we have realized is that by being able to reduce the moisture so rapidly, we're able to give the client a better calculable return on investment. We can show them their energy cost reduction, which is a carbon footprint reduction. We can actually show the reduction in cost per ton. We can actually support the plant's operation and desire to perform to the tonnage that the plant was designed for. A lot of plants that have been built in the last 5 years have experienced a derating or a reduction in what their design was for. And what we have been able to calculate for our customers is where that pain point, where that pinch point comes in the processing of their material. And so when you can bring on a system like MEGA-Drain by EnviroCon, it's an asset that can pay for itself in less than 3 months once implemented.
What sort of tonnage per day are people doing?
So we can actually take a mine that may be rated for 3 million tons a year, and we can increase the throughput capacity by 15%. to maybe even 20% more by that one process efficiency. So we can say that we can have a net effect to the positive of $2 to $3 per ton in savings. So when we talk about doing return on investment, that's why we say we're less than 3 or 4 months as far as the ROI on an investment that can last them 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And that 12 to 15 hours, is that part of the patented process that you've gotten for this as well? Because that's incredible.
It is. It is. And so that's why we actually have several patents pending and several continuations in part. And another reason why we spend a lot of time and energy on the formation of the corporation and how we've put together our IP in a way that we've actually filed to all 170 plus countries around the globe per the PCT, because we know that mining is global, the problem is global, and so we feel that the solution should just be as global as well.
You may have answered it earlier, but I can't remember, so I'm going to ask it again. How long was it, like, before, like, obviously you started thinking that there was a solution here? How long was the development before you were able to take it to market? How long was that process?
2.5 years. 2.5 years. And so what we've been able to do is do all of our structural testing, our live load, dead load, creep testing analysis. Not only that, having a global supply chain that's also the part of the infrastructure to the corporation. With any good solution, you've got to nowadays have a good supply chain, and that was a tremendous accomplishment, I think, on our part, and that is to make sure that our manufacturing team that we have brought into the fold are with us arm in arm, and that's been fantastic. And we manufacture here in the United States, so we can actually control the supply chain of everything we do.
Right. It seems like so much when it comes to like mining or oil and gas, so much more now is being developed and manufactured again in the USA or North America. So it's pretty interesting to see. I guess, like you said, with the supply chain, be able to control those, even the pain points in that aspect is so crucial for being able to deliver to your clients, I would imagine.
Well, it is. When you're talking about quality control and quality assurance, right, you want to be able to track that product from production to the job site, because too many times you'll have the Me Too's wanting to enter the competition. And so what better way to make sure that doesn't happen, right, from our perspective. But additionally, we want to make sure that, we're bringing sound warrantability to a solution. So again, when we're teaming up with a company like EnviroCon, they have proven year after year after year, you add in our technology and also the proven supply chain. Now it's just a matter of going out and putting in our solution job after job after job. And, one of the things I can add, and that is right now, industry-wide, we probably have close to 60% of just the frac sand industry draining on first generation or now second generation drain system. So we've captured a large market share, but there's 11 other markets in mining that we're focused on. So our focus is mining. It'll stay in mining. And the reason why we're out here at the Permian Basin Oil Show is because this is a tremendous opportunity to help the large investment that's happened over the years here in the Permian Basin, supplying all this frac sand to the oil and gas industry.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. One thing that's interesting is sometimes people don't actually associate like the oil sands necessarily with mining. So it's interesting to see that your reach is in that. What would you say are other? You said there's 11. Is there other ones you're focused on to go into pretty quick here?
We are. Matter of fact, so we talked about industrial sand. We're not just isolated as frac sand, but we're talking about silica sand, glass sand, blast sand, foundry sands, lignite coal, copper, iron ore, bulk material handling. All of these different markets all have either a similar or slightly variant problem as well. And so we can actually bring the solution to those 11 different markets that we've broken down as far as our strategy.
That's excellent, and especially like there's removing the risk factor is going to be a huge thing, especially when they say about critical minerals. There's going to be more mines. Well, it sounds like there will be. If they can put in place things like this, it seems like it's kind of a win-win because it's just alleviating so much of that risk.
It is. So you have risk mitigation, but then on the other side, we know we're going to need more mining, right? That's established. It's in the news. It's in our push for electric vehicles, but the materials that are needed for that is going to require more mines to supply the ore. But part of that step is actually getting mines permitted. And mines are going to have difficulty getting permits if they don't have a good source of water to implement into their mining process. So one of the things that we're doing is we're able to front end give some analysis and also some water balance so we can actually help mines come up with a true water supply that not only will help them get their permit now, but also for sprint capacity and or future expansion projects.
Oh, because they're going to be able to are they going to be able to minimize the water usage by implementing the EnviroCon system?
That's the goal. It's a matter of water stewardship so that we can actually take advantage of every moment throughout the mining process to recover that asset, because it is truly an asset. So if you have a mining operation that has wells, but then they have to buy water to supplement their wells, our motivation is to get them off of purchasing the water laterally, but then also take whatever water that they have through their own well or resources and manage that in a better way as well.
It's a massive. It's a massive opportunity. There's an important point we should probably cover too. So, the onboarding part of this. So, if somebody wants to get this set up at their site, what sort of how does that work? How do they onboard your product line?
Thank you for asking. So on our website at MEGA-Drain Corp, we have individual links to our partnerships. And so at each one of our links, you will have our Canadian contact, our East Coast contact, our Central States contact, which is EnviroCon. And you can reach out through the portal right there and ask for more information. We'll gladly follow up and contact you back. We are going to trade shows in 2024, and we will start marketing as far as in a booth setup as well. But between now and then, please join by going to our website and reaching out to us direct at any time and any opportunity you get.
Okay, excellent. And one other point I want to touch on for this MEGA-Drain, you mentioned all those other mining sectors. You can start working with them like today, correct?
We can. That's right.
Excellent.
That's right. So that's why we're looking at leveraging our influence and also our technical salespeople through our license program, and that's how we're doing it.
Right. There's probably I would imagine there's a lot of training that happens with each one of your licensees as well.
There is training ahead of time and ongoing training. So, understanding that that water is a tremendous asset. It's not a liability, but it's a matter of capture, hold, eliminate evaporation, process, and also aeration. We focus on the water life cycle and water itself in the mining operations.
We've covered a lot here, and it's always fascinating how much you can go through in like 20, 30 minutes. Is there any other, like for closing off, is there any other specific details that we maybe didn't touch on that you want to showcase to the audience? Or do we cover a lot of it?
No, I think we did a great job covering all the points, and We look forward to having sit-down meetings or lunch and learns with all of our future clients. So thank you very much for this opportunity to share the message of what we're bringing to the mining industry.
Okay, that's fantastic. And thanks again for joining, Robert. Again, everybody, if you want more information, especially regarding bringing this on, the website it's megadraincorp.com. And also, we'll have all the links in the description for the video here. Thanks, everybody, for watching Mining Now. Please make sure you subscribe to our Crowns and Partners YouTube to watch all the upcoming episodes of Mining Now. And please follow us on LinkedIn, Crowns and Partners, and Mining Now on LinkedIn as well. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.